Hey, what's happening guys? Welcome to eReviews. This is a special video on the channel because it's the 50th video on eReviews and it's also a big one. I'm going to be reviewing a 65-inch 4K UHD Smart LED TV from LeEco. A big shout out to LeEco for lending me this review unit. Well, there are tons and tons of 4K Smart TVs available in the market, but is this your best bang for the buck? Well, that's what we are here to find out. Without any further ado, let's get started. Talking about the unboxing experience, it was a Herculean task. It comes in two massive boxes, one containing the panel itself and the other containing the cloud base, which is a fancy term for the TV stand. It definitely takes two pairs of hands to unbox and set up the entire TV. The accessories are also minimal. You get a power cable, bunch of documentation and a smart remote, which I will talk about in depth in just a bit. Coming to the design and build quality, it's a minimalistic, strong and beautiful design. It's massive, but that's only because of the screen size, but apart from that, it's a nice and thin, very thin TV. As you can see here, it's almost as thin as my pinky. And here is how thick the smart remote appears for comparison. With such a massive size and thin bezels, you can easily get lost in this canvas into the world of media. The cloud base holds it up perfectly and also adds a lot to the aesthetic value of the TV. I mean, you can keep looking at this design all day long. Only thick part of this TV is where the components and ports are, and there are quite a lot of them. You get an SD card, two USB ports, out of which one is USB 3.0, three HDMI ports, one optical audio output, one audio and one VGA for your computer, one LAN connection, the regular audio video input, and one optical and one antenna input for your cable connection. To the left side of the TV, we have a bunch of hardware buttons which exactly mimic the functionality of the remote controller. So you can use these if the remote controller gets corrupt or lost. Now coming to the panel itself, it's drop dead gorgeous. It's right up there with the big guns such as Sony, Samsung and LG. It's got a 65-inch 4K A+ panel with a resolution of 3840x2160 with a whopping pixel density of 8.29 million pixels. Now what all those meant was the picture quality you'll see is 4 times better than ever. It's also got a wide viewing angle of 178 degrees for that unfaded and immersive experience. It's a fairly bright panel with great color accuracy, surprising contrast for a non-OLED display, and it's incredibly sharp. You will love your TV shows and movies because even if your content is not 4K, the TV will perfectly upscale the content to 4K for better experience. Powering up this monstrous display is a 1.4 GHz quad-core processor and a quad-core Mali T760 MP4 GPU. Now these are coupled with 3 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage for your apps, images, music and videos. Coming to the speakers, there are 6 of them emulating a 2.0 channel stereo sound of 20 watt output. If you have a small hall like mine, these speakers are more than sufficient. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking so y'all can sort of experience what this TV is capable of. If you thought looks and performance were enough, you have dearly underestimated this TV. LeEco's packing a ton of services into this TV, and that too for free under their membership plan. Powering on the TV, you will be greeted by Le Live, which is one of the 3 main screens. This portion gives you access to 150 plus live channels of 10 different languages. You can not only watch live programs but also stream past programs which you missed, which is pretty neat in my opinion. The first main screen is the input screen. You can either connect a DVD player or your regular cable connection. One piece of advice is to have a HD connection for best performance. Otherwise, you will be watching pixelated images like I did. The third main screen is where all the smart things happen. Starting off with LeEco, which is an application that gives you access to 2000 plus HD movies from Hollywood, Bollywood, and whatever wood that you can think of. A fast and stable internet connection is recommended, or you can let it load and watch it at a later part of time. Coming back to the smart home screen, we have access to Le TV store. You can treat this as a modified Play Store where you can download and install application. The collection of apps ranges from entertainment, health and productivity all the way up to high-end games you can imagine. Now if you don't find an app in this store, you can sideload the APK just like you do in your smartphone. I mean, how cool is that for a TV? Other things in the smart screen include a browser which works surprisingly fluent for a TV browser, a file manager which gives you access to your files and external storage devices you might use, a TV manager that will help you keep the system clean and responsive, and last but not least, settings. This TV runs on EUI 5.8 which is fast, fluidic and easy to use. You have the usual display, sound and connection settings which you can choose to edit, but I'd say the TV looks good with out-of-the-box settings. What might interest you though is the ability to connect accessories and easily cast your smartphone. Coming to the Super 3 remote control, it follows the footsteps of EUI, being very simple and straightforward. It also doubles as an air mouse which you can use to type on the screen or navigate through the UI, which makes things a lot more easier. But there's one complaint though, and that is the lack of numpad. There are other bits and pieces of the UI that you might want to explore for yourself, or I will make a dedicated video depicting the top features of LeEco TVs. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. Alright, I'm getting bored of my own voice, so let's get to the verdict. LeEco is coming out with 3 variants in this series, a 55-inch priced at 59,000, this 65-inch priced at 99,000, and a 3D version of this 65-inch priced at 1,49,000. While the 65-inch and the 3D version aren't available yet, the Super 3 X65 is available with a price tag of 59,000. Now if you take a 55-inch 4K UHD Smart TV from LG, Samsung or Sony, it's going to cost you 1 lakh and upwards. Now compare that with the LeEco Super 3 X65 priced at 59,000, it's a steal. It's got great looks, great picture quality and a sea of smart options and services. I mean, if this TV had released 8 months back, I would have picked this up over my LG 40-inch 4K non-smart TV which I bought for 48,000. So don't make the same mistakes that I did. Go with the company that gives you good value for money rather than the brand name itself. So this festive season, if you're on the lookout for a big bang for the buck TV, the Super 3 X65 should be at the top of your list. With that, we come to the end of this video. I really had a good time reviewing this TV and the overall experience. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Also like e-reviews on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for some good tech information and fun giveaways. This is Santosh signing off for e-reviews. You guys have a great day.